Hey, thank you guys for tuning in today. What a nice sunny day it is. I mean, haven't seen this much sun in a while. It's great. I love the sunshine. And so with all that sunshine we've got today, it is a blistering 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it is below the freezing point here in Michigan. That sun is shining, but don't let the smooth taste fool you. It is cold, cold, cold. It's that kind of cold that feels like your hands are burning if they were left exposed, but you would be freezing. Oh, we thank you for coming in and checking us out. And that kind of leads me to my point that I wanted to talk about today. This YouTube thing is fantastic for people to be able to connect, to have community, to be able to help teach people and everything. A lot of people, now don't get me wrong, a lot of people are in it for money. At this stage, I can't even think like that. I'm just having fun doing this, and it's great because I like motivating people. And so for today, I would like to talk about not getting fooled by the sunshine. Don't let the sunshine fool you. In other words, there are a lot of people on YouTube, and everything looks great and looks fantastic and wonderful. But don't let it fool you into thinking that it all is sunny and it all is fantastic. Just because the sun is shining doesn't mean it's warm. And just because you see all the good stuff on other people's channels and what they're doing doesn't mean that it's great. So you have to kind of take things with a grain of salt. Sometimes different creators may be just stepping on the little bit of the exaggeration accelerator. And it may not be everything that it seems. You know what I mean? When you see a creator who's been at it for a while and they've got this big following and they've got this big participation rate or whatever they call that, it really looks great. And it looks like something we'd like to get into. But there's a lot of work and there's a lot of hard work that goes into something like that. Me, I'm just sharing. I'm just having fun. And that's all I'm doing, and just enjoying giving people some, what I think is good sound advice. Things that'll help them get through life. So today, like I said, we're not letting the smooth taste, we're not letting the sunshine fool us into thinking that just because it is shiny and just because it is glittery and glamorous looking doesn't mean that it truly is. A lot of people are driven by things that look great. They're driven by things that look shiny, and they feel that, if it's shiny, then I need to have it. It's that, I don't know, maybe it's a human nature, maybe it's just nature, period, because you've got animals that are like that too. I'm thinking about that. What is that, guys? I can't think of the name of the movie. And they run into this crab. He starts singing a song called Shiny, because he that's what some crabs do. They grab pieces of shell or pieces of even trash, a little bit of or whatever, to decorate their abodes. And it is shiny to them. Even birds do that, I believe. Some birds have that type of fixation on shiny things. So, maybe it's maybe it's just a nature thing. People are gravitated toward things that are shiny. There are people who worship the sun because it shines. The moon because it shines. Well, it doesn't really shine. It's reflected. It's a reflective light. But a lot of times people gravitate toward things that shine. And sometimes we as humans believe that because it's shiny, then that we need to have it. I remember when I was a kid, there was this bicycle that I wanted, and I saw somebody else who had it, and it was a 5-speed bike, like a Stingray style back in the day, and it was called the Bluebeard, and that thing was so nice. That thing was sweet. It had the stick shifter thing on it, right there in the middle. It had the hand brakes that you do. Oh my goodness, and the back tire was a flat tire. You could pop wheelies on that thing so easily. I just had to have it because I remember there was this guy in our neighborhood. I don't even remember his name. I think it may have been Bruce. It was Bruce. It was a guy named Bruce, a kid named Bruce. I don't remember his last name, but Bruce had the Bluebeard Stingray, and it was so sharp, and that's all I wanted. And I mean, I would have done anything to get it. And I remember telling my parents I want that so bad, and I did. I remember, I think I was 8 or 9, and so Dad put a condition on it. He said, if you get good grades, and they're above a certain, maybe above a C. I can't remember. Oh, they had to be a B or above. And so I remember changing my report card when the report card came, and I remember changing it. And I tried to do it to where all the grades would be above that. And when I gave it to my parents, they were like, oh, that's good. You got it. Got all grades. And then they looked at it more carefully later on, and they checked with the teachers to find out that yes, indeed, I did change those grades. But you know what? My dad and mom, they're great parents. They talked to me about it and everything. And I think I got grounded or something like that. But in the end, later on that year, they did go ahead and they got me that bike. And the main thing was I had that bike, and I thought I was just the most coolest guy in the world because I had the Bluebeard 5-speed Stingray bike. And I put everything on there, man. I put those streamers on it. I put reflectors on it. I put a speedometer on it. Oh my gosh, I thought I was the stuff. But I wanted it because it was shiny and it was appealing, and I would have done anything for it. Now, sometimes we don't outgrow that stage in our lives that we want it because it's shiny. I want to caution you not to just want things because somebody else has them, but to pursue the things in your life that will make you a better person. A lot of times people ask for $1 million. Do you know what to do with $1 million? Do you know what you would spend $1 million on? Or would you try to use that money? Would you save some? Would you invest? Would you put some toward retirement or towards your children's education or your education? $1 million is something that people always wish for, that they want, but do you know what to do with it? I will not be ordering. There are things that I do want, and believe me, I can give you a list, but I can't get them because right now it's not feasible. Right now it's not, what's the word? It's not practical. So I pump the brakes on those things. What is practical is me being able to pay our mortgage. What is practical is me being able to pay the car note, me being able to pay utilities, our gas our electric. Practical. Yes, that's what we need to do. And what is practical is me going to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to help keep a roof over our family's head. That's practical. That's what I need to do. It may not seem shiny, and it may not seem glamorous, but it's what I have to do. And once you realize what you have to do, the shiny things begin to fade away. Do you know what I mean? They may be shiny to other people, but you know what you have to do. You know what you need to do. You know what you should do as a man, as a woman, as a person, as a citizen. You need to be able to provide for your family if you have a family, and to help provide. I'm not saying it's all on you, because believe me, we're in 2025 right now, and things aren't traditionally the way they used to be. Some people yearn for those days. Some people feel like those days should be back, but in my life, I'm living right here, right now, and that's what's working for me. We are working toward goals. We're not just spinning our wheels in place. So I would say that dreams, if you have goals, ambitions in your life, don't be distracted. Oh my goodness. Have you seen the DJI OsBot Pocket 3 camera? I have. I haven't seen it in real life. I want to let you know today the reason why I will not be buying the DJI OsBot Pocket 3 camera. Let's go. I've seen that camera. I've seen the DJI OsBot Pocket 3 camera in real life. A friend of mine has one, and I'm telling you, that thing is fantastic. The footage on there looks great. The different options that it has is great. The wide angle that I love, it is perfect on that. And it has a built-in gimbal, and so the footage is just extra stable. It also has a thing where it follows your face wherever you go. That's pretty cool too. So I love the look of that camera, and I love what I've seen other creators shown me on that camera, but I'm not gonna be buying that camera. Plain and simple, it's not practical for me. I can't afford it right now, in other words. So at some point in my life, I might be able to buy it, but right now, it is not practical. And so that's my word, right? I love to have big dreams. I have dreams. I have goals in life, but I have to be practical in the way that I go forward. I can't just jump. I don't have the ability right now to jump right to a certain goal. It is a process for me. Maybe you don't see it as that, but I see it as a process and a step-by-step, day-by-day goal. One day I will get it and I'll be happy, but until then, I'm happy filming on what I have right now, and it's my Samsung Fold 5 camera. And I'm not even using the back camera. I'm using the forward camera that you do selfies with, because I'm right here in the car and I can't see myself on the other part of it. I guess I could spread it open. It's got that ability, but I don't have anything to hold it, and it's just not that convenient to do in the car. I'm using this, and I hope you can see and hear me pretty clearly. I just want to reiterate what I was saying earlier about the sun, and that applies to this camera that I'm speaking about. Yes, I want the DJI Pocket 3 camera, and it's shiny, and it's pretty much, it's new to me. I think it's been out maybe about a year or two, but it's new to me. I want it, but I can't get it right now. Does that mean I throw away everything else? Does it mean that I'm not going to post, not going to do videos? No, I'm going to use what I've got. And that's my word to you for today. Use what you got, man. Use what you already have in your hand. Some of us aren't as talented as others. I don't have the talent that a lot of other people have, and other people may not have the talents that I have. But we use, and we need to use what we've got. My alarm. So if we use what we've got, whether the sun is shining or whether it's not, I'm telling you, I think we can get a lot done. I think we can go real far if we use what we have. And if we can come together, that's what I would like to do. I'd like to bring us together. If you're in this space and you're watching it, you're viewing this, I'd be so happy if you would push the like button and subscribe, because it really helps me to be able to get this word out. It helps me to be who I feel like I'm supposed to be. I think that I'm supposed to be a motivator. I think that I'm supposed to help people. I think that I am supposed to tell people things that can help change their lives. And there have been so many things in my life that I am so grateful for, and so many unbelievable things that have been a part of my life, and people that have been part of my life. And I just want to share that with you, because I want you to know that no matter how down you are, no matter how far you've fallen, it's not too late. If you're living and breathing, it's not too late. Okay? Remember that. It's not too late. Okay. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.